Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Tangle Tower. We are still in the library with Fifi, but we've got some more stuff to do. Let's check out some of these books in case I didn't
geography.
Skip.
look at them before. Because this is some glassware, isn't it? Are we going to comment on the...
It's musty in here.
What exactly does that mean?
Must. You asked such a stupid question.
Nice.
I was mainly thinking about the glass bottles there.
Sure. Why not build a science lab in the corner of the library?
The search for new knowledge, the archiving of old knowledge. It's downright poetic.
Because we do, after all, have broken glass to think about. And we've got a couple more clues that we haven't found yet either.
Books about insects.
Well, theoretically. There's not a single book on that shelf.
Huh. A book? Fundamental Entomology.
I guess somebody dropped it.
We have that page with the golden beetle on it.
Books about space.
They're relatively untouched.
Books about geography.
Skip. Books about ancient history, I think?
These books are ancient history. I think they'd crumble into dust if I tried to pick them up.
Good excuse.
Thanks. Books about geography.
Skip. Books about nature? Books about birds.
The shelves are about half empty.
Oh, so you're the shelves are half empty kind of person.
You knew this already.
So what about this blackboard? We didn't really
Is this a library or a class?
get what was going on here before, but we might now.
Any idea what this means?
Not a clue.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Question mark.
Any idea what this
Not
means?
a clue.
Okay, nothing there
I'm not sure I
immediately
learned
obvious.
anything from that.
Maybe we're not quite there yet. I want to go and I wanted to go back to the greenhouse anyway. Let's go do that now.
A little chart of... Actually, I have no idea what it's about.
I'm wondering if this is linked to what was on the blackboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Greek letters, I think. Greek letters, I think.
Yeah.
What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
Don't know. Let's talk about our suspicion, though.
So, Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower, holding a knife.
That's not right. I don't go into Pointer Tower. I don't own a knife. And I don't sneak. Was it Fifi who told you this?
How did you know that?
A guess. She doesn't like me very much. But yeah, she was mistaken. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
I think she did see him, but I think he was holding the trowel.
Fifi did see Fitz, but he was holding something else.
So, if it wasn't a knife, what was it?
What about this?
Ah, that.
Is it yours?
It was a gift. It's sentimental. I have no reason to take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
Could have used it on this?
An ornate trowel is used
Yeah.
by Fitz to look after a potted flower. in Penny's room.
Because Penny just kills flowers,
That
doesn't she?
flower.
Yes?
I've never seen it before.
We need a clue to compare to that flower. Something that proves its connection to Fitz.
I mean, I think it's the blue soil. So I'm guessing it's this one? Unique blue soil.
Let's take a closer look at these.
The pot and soil matches the pot and soil.
The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse. Let me guess. Penny's flower was originally a gift from you, Fitz. There's no way it's a coincidence.
No way what's a coincidence.
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It took me a long time to breed. I wanted the colors to be exactly right.
That's some gift.
Turns out Penny isn't particularly interested in looking after plants. So I go into her room every now and again when she's not there. Water the flower, change the soil, just trying to keep it alive.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I think that is what he was doing. As we're doing clue stuff, let's go and talk to Hawk's person.
This little microscope thing, you said you used it to search the greenhouse.
And this would make perfect sense, if you knew what my client had asked me to find. Of course, I still have no intention of disclosing that information.
You're such a tease, Hawkshaw. Don't worry, we already worked out what you're searching for.
He was hired by Percival. This?
That's not right.
What has she been hired to find? This?
You're not as hopeless as you look.
Thanks.
So, that's what you were looking for in the greenhouse? This beetle?
Surely even you can understand the logic of it. The greenhouse is home to a great many insects. The gardener could have easily kept the beetle hidden in there.
Well, Fitz said you questioned him, but didn't actually search the greenhouse.
He is not exactly the type to appreciate subtlety. He simply didn't notice that I was using my microscope.
What do you reckon, Grimoire?
I know for a fact she didn't use the microscope in the greenhouse.
Not a microscope at all.
It's not a microscope at all.
All of a sudden, Detective Grimoire is some kind of expert on microscopes.
Yeah, we think it's part of a telescopic lens. It's part of a telescopic lens. So she lied about it.
The handheld microscope is a part of a telescopic lens, so Hawkshaw lied about it. Almost. Maybe just...
There was an option for her stealing it, so...
The handheld microscope is a part of a telescopic lens, so Hawkshaw stole it. Nope.
Okay, so this one might be wrong. Ah, well that one.
The handheld microscope, according to Fifi, uses a telescopic lens, so Hawkshaw lied about it. I'm inclined to believe Fifi when it comes to stuff like this.
Hawkshaw, why did you lie about owning a telescope?
When you were a child, what did you aspire to become?
A detective? Naturally.
Emperor of the Galaxy?
I wanted to be an astronomer.
Really?
I harbored a desire to understand the secrets of the wider universe. A fool's errand, to be sure, but a seductive one. At 15, I decided instead to apply my intelligence to the world around me, and so I became a detective. But the yearning for elusive knowledge is a powerful force. I tried to keep it with me.
Sorry, but we're way off track. What's the deal with the little telescope?
A memento from my childhood. Little more than a toy.
Why did you bring it with you?
When I discovered that it was Professor Pointer who had hired me, I dared to consider it something of a planetary alignment. I had hoped he might sign my telescope. An extremely childish indulgence, I admit.
I never would have guessed.
Hold on. You're admitting you didn't use it in the greenhouse then?
Correct. As it happens, I have no need to search the greenhouse to such a degree. Professor Pointer doesn't consider the gardener a suspect in our theft investigation.
So, who is your suspect?
Things have become complicated. My lead suspect is your murder victim.
Okay. Well, let's go and talk to Felix and then Flora, for what it's worth, about all the stuff we found since the last time we spoke to them. Okay, Felix. What can you tell us about Hawkshaw?
Quite the character, eh? A fellow member of the Order of the Crimson Cloak.
Is that a real thing?
No, I just meant because we both wear, red capes of a sort.
Has she questioned you yet?
If you call that questioning, she seemed bored by everything I had to say. I heard on the grapevine, supposedly Hawkshaw is searching for some rare item, something called the Golden Beetle. Honestly, it's probably a bunch of sensationalist rubbish.
You reckon?
Quite sure. There is no treasure called the Golden Beetle.
How do you know?
Because I would have heard of it.
Okay.
Fitz? I don't trust him. He's slippery. Never commits to anything. Brain like an onion.
An onion?
Did you two have an argument?
No, but my daughter doesn't like him at all. And I trust Fiona's judgment entirely. She's a very vigilant young woman. Poppy's a good friend to my daughter. Always has been. I think they get on well because they're so different.
Different like how?
Poppy is, she's quite introspective, good with feelings. Fiona, not so much. Still, Poppy always seems to be sulking about something.
The heavy, heavy price of emotional intelligence.
Penelope seems to have really settled into a groove. She struggled a bit when she was younger, always a little estranged.
How come?
Well, she was mostly raised by her uncle, and he really only makes time for his own daughter. Now, of course, she's bringing the two families together through her marriage. It's a nice gesture, heartfelt, but futile. Percival Pointer. Good old... So, what do you reckon?
That wasn't me that skipped
See
that.
the murderer?
I don't know, maybe. We still need...
That is not information we're willing to share at this time.
I'm just saying, keep an eye on him. Holds on to a lot of bitterness, does old Pointer. Just because he's always struggled to support his family. Slightly pathetic, really.
And how long have you known him?
Over 35 years.
Childhood friends? Rivals?
Don't know if I'd do him the honor of considering him my rival.
Yeah, what about all the stuff we found? It's probably a fair bit of it.
These drawings are quite precious. I'm surprised Flora let you see them.
What happened to the bird? Did it die?
I don't know. Seems likely, though, doesn't it? Why don't you ask Fiona about that one? Looks like her area of expertise. That looks like it might belong to Fitz. Now, this is still in very good condition. Apart from the crack, of course.
What about those shards on the inside of the horn?
Looks like somebody broke a glass and was trying to conceal the evidence. Cunning. Bizarre things, aren't they? Penelope seems rather attached to them.
Do you not feel sorry for them in that little cage?
Come now, I'm sure they could leave if they really wanted to.
Okay.
What's this all about? Some kind of rare jewel?
I'm pretty sure the research is about a real insect.
If it's made of gold, then it's made of gold. I've never seen that before. Looks valuable. Oh dear.
Do you know who this is?
Not a clue. I've never been one for music. Why not ask Poppy instead? Is that a clue? Really?
It might be. The statue was up in the rooftop garden.
Yes, it's been there a while. You can see the brass is slightly tarnished by the elements, but it's not too bad. Might be salvageable. That looks like it might belong to Fitz. Goodness me!
Okay, nothing too enlightening. Let's... You never know. Flora may say something. This is just pointless, isn't it? But she may break her silence.
I assume she didn't get anything out of you either. I bet that really ticked her off.
Do you and Fitz have anything to do with each other? Other than your initials? You know the guy in the other tower? Weird astronomy professor guy?
Can you see him from your window? Can he see you?
What do you know about Penny?
I can't really imagine those two being friends, to be honest.
You never know. Do you and Poppy get along?
Nothing. Shocker. Grimoire, what could you possibly be writing down?
Oh no, I gave up making notes ages ago. Now I'm just doodling in the margins.
Okay, well, this is all going to be silent treatment, isn't it?
What do you think of your husband's hobby?
Do you have any hobbies? This is a photo of Fifi, isn't it? Your daughter?
Oh, we haven't read the diary yet. I forgot about that at the end of the last episode. We will do that after this conversation. I say conversation. It's a bit one-sided.
Do you know anything about these birds? Or birds in general? Do you know anything about this beetle?
Do you recognize any of these feathers?
Right, well, we had to ask. So let's have a look at that diary now. It's back in the flesh this time. Was it me? Did I let it out? Maybe I should rip up that painting. Soul Bearer Works. Impressive little thing. I have 2 now. I need 2 more. Found my way into the middle. Surprisingly simple compared to the harp. I saw them, all 5. Eyes blacked out. Despite everything, I still have a promise to keep. I'll do my best. She could do with a little company. Back in the flesh this time. Was it me? Did I let it out? She had a nightmare and painted it, and I'm pretty sure that the painting looks like Hawkshaw. So I think this is referring to Hawkshaw. Soul Bearer Works. Impressive little thing. I have 2 now. Need 2 more. Found my way into the middle. I think that refers to the rooftop garden. Surprisingly simple compared to the harp. Okay. I saw them all 5, eyes blacked out. Despite everything I said before, Mr. King. Okay. Weird. I think we should go back to her room.
We already solved it. That painting is really...
Why would you want it looted?
Maybe Freya enjoyed the
The
atmosphere.
atmosphere of
Hang
caves.
on. There's a smaller version.
It's a photograph. Drawings.
What's that one?
Looks like one of them's holding a red rose.
Yeah, so in terms of the adhesive tape, I don't know. These lines are pointing. That one could be pointing to a scar and the capes, but whatever was the words were that were saying what these things are, I haven't seen anything to suggest where they are.
It's a little glass.
I think it's a
Come
bubble.
again.
See, the leaves might have been for keeping insects.
Freya's plants. They must not need sunlight. Not the kind of lamp I...
It's cool. Looks like old mining equipment.
Okay, let's walk through from the beginning then. And we're going to take another crack at this harp thing, I think.
It's a bird bath. Is that just rainwater? Looks a little weird.
The birds seem to like it.
They're even singing a little tune. Doot, 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 doot.
Please don't do that. It's a garden. I think.
We could...
Ready when you are.
Okay, let's go to this bit.
Spooky. What do you think it's for?
I think it's to scare away detectives.
Is it working?
No. It's full of the same weird water that was in the lake.
Any fish in there?
Not a single one. Although there is something in there.
It's a cassette tape.
Ooh, haven't found that before.
Or it used to be.
Oh, the cassette tape has been damaged by the water. The ink on the label is blurred and illegible. Interesting. We should go and play that. Is that anything?
It's full of the same weird water.
Any fish in
Not
there?
a... Although there...
It's a cassette. Or it used to be.
Okay. No, I was hoping there'd be something else. Let's have a look at the harp.
I'm still not...
Should we take another look?
Still doesn't seem like it can be solved. Okay. And the piano is Poppy. Bird is probably Penelope. I don't know who the mouth is. Could be Flora. She doesn't speak. The bell... I don't know.
Looks like he's playing.
You're some kind of harp.
Did you not know? A little handheld one.
Liar.
It's the truth, I swear. Looks like he's playing a semi-grand pedal.
You're some kind
Did you
of
not know?
liar.
It's the truth, I swear.
Let's come back later.
Still saying we can't solve it yet, which is interesting. But we got this tape now, so let's go and play it first of all in the gramophone.
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
I was wondering if it might be the beetle noise. Alright, I think we should ask everyone about it. I mean, we'll start with Flora. You never know. But I think we probably could have guessed. Okay, let's try... Well, we'll work down, even though I think Poppy's probably the best one to ask.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Don't know why I'm doing that.
This belongs to Poppy. In fact, she owns a number of cassette tapes.
What happened to it, though?
It has been left underwater for an extended period of time.
Right. But why?
I do not know why.
Okay, we'll try Hawkshaw.
Where'd you dig that up?
It wasn't buried. It was underwater.
Someone trying to conceal evidence, perhaps?
Go to Fitz and then Poppy.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Okay, all roads lead to Poppy.
This is mine.
Really?
No, well, yes, it was. I gave it to Freya about a year ago.
What was on it?
Nothing. It was blank. Freya said she wanted to record something.
Any idea how it ended up underwater?
Maybe someone wanted to destroy it, but got really lazy.
Okay, well, we'll continue to ask people about it, but...
Goodness me. Poppy really doesn't take care of her belongings, does she?
It wasn't in Poppy's room. It was in the little pond in the garden.
Exactly! Hardly the place for it.
We've got some more stuff to ask Percy about, so we'll do all of it.
The bell jar. It's empty.
What do people normally keep in bell jars?
Other than bells, you mean?
I mean, the bell on the harp statue, I'm thinking there. The one thing I'm missing. But I don't know. None of these. It's constellations up there, maybe. I'm not sure. It does think that we can't solve it yet, though. Okay, let's talk about. I think we've asked about everyone then.
Oh, you found a murder weapon?
Steady on. It's just a gardening trowel.
Looks like a weapon to me. What a precious photograph. She hasn't changed a bit, has she?
Who?
Oh, if you don't know, perhaps I don't either. Oh, my. This is the first piece that Primrose ever learnt on the piano. Primrose, that is Poppy's mother. She passed it down to Poppy when she started teaching her how to play.
Poppy's piano teacher was her mother?
Of course. Warms my heart to know that after everything, Poppy still has it up on her wall. I think you may wish to adjust your threshold of what you consider to be a clue. I've seen those earmuffs before. They're the ones Fitz always wears when he's out the front gardening.
Always wears?
Whenever I've seen him, yes. What kind of flower is that?
We're not sure. I think it might be the only one of its kind.
Primrose would know. My wife was a floriculturalist. best in the field. That's a flower joke, but she was.
Interesting.
Well now, that is most definitely none of my business. Quite possibly none of yours either. Isn't the process of decay fascinating?
It's not really decaying. It's plastic.
It's becoming one with nature, all the same.
What did you say about the beetle again?
So, we found some research. What's up with this golden beetle? Is this something you're studying?
I can't help you, I'm afraid. I think it must be something left behind by a previous inhabitant of Tangle Tower. I'm not the first scientist to ever walk these halls, you know.
Well, it wasn't in the halls. It was in your astronomy tower.
Looking at these shapes, just wondering if they apply to the harp playing statue. Just if you can hear my dog in the background, my wife just went out and he is howling for her, which is quite sweet, but also a little annoying. I'm going to go back to that statue with that kind of fresh in my mind.
I'm still not
Should we take another look?
I don't see anything familiar there.
Let's come back later.
So I'm going to look at this note again. Combination on the other sheet. I wonder if it does apply to this. Anyway, should we still continue walking through? Let's go to the front entrance.
Do you think he'll start to move if we try to go?
No, I think he'll just sign them. Little bird feeders.
How do you know they're for birds? Oh.
What?
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Tangle.
tour.
Should we ring the doorbell?
Why would we not? It's a little melody.
It's the same thing those birds were singing in the bird bath. Let's listen again.
Should we ring?
Why would we not? It's a little melody.
Do 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 do.
It's a bird bath.
Such a
The
ring.
birds seem They're even singing. Doot, 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 doot.
Please don't do that.
No, different.
It's a garden, I think.
We
Doing
can-
that.
When you are.
What is
I
that?
think it's a family tree.
Emily Everstone was the one who didn't marry into the family, wasn't she? Selena Stonetop, Felicia Fellow, Freya Fellow. Yeah, so she's a very much offshoot, wasn't she? There's the ink dip bird, interestingly.
Pretty.
Fiona Feller. We met her. She's one of the suspects.
Emily Everstone. I guess she doesn't live here anymore. Flora Remington.
We met her. She's one of the suspects. Flint? I guess he doesn't live here anymore. Buck Brackley. I guess he doesn't live here anymore. It's a big
There are
plant.
weeds in there.
It's an aquarium?
Could be. Except more.
Sally, check those plants for clues.
Is soil a clue?
It's not locked.
A door.
Oh, what's behind it?
A room.
It's the music room, I think, isn't it?
A big letter F.
Of course. Who doesn't hang a giant banner of their initial in the lobby of their mansion? This one has a big P.
That's P-rubber.
How very P-ceptive of you.
Ooh, I'm not quite sure what to do now. To the garden, maybe.
Oh, good. A bridge. I'm glad to know there's a way to get across that tiny, tiny pond.
Not all bridges are about getting across stuff.
It's a rose bush. Apart from a couple of loose petals on one
The
side.
roses are bright red, too.
Now, aren't roses...
Exactly. It's so relaxing. I might just stay here.
Oh, shall I go finish the investigation on my own?
That'd be great.
It's another little statue, doing a really bad job of hiding in the bushes.
He's playing a lute this
He's also...
Well, they're not part of and they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
Okay.
It's so relaxing. I might just stay.
Oh, shut up.
That'd be
So what did the diary say? Something about the 5 black eyes. I mean, there's birds in the tree with
Trees.
black eyes.
On a roof.
in a garden.
In a garden. On a roof.
Read that. Let's read the diary again. Soul Bearer works. Impressive little thing. I have 2 now, need 2 more. What does that mean? Way into the middle. Surprisingly simple compared to the harp. I saw them. All 5. Eyes blacked out. What does that mean? We ask people about this now that we've opened it. Like, go back to Poppy, for instance.
Is that Fifi's diary? I'm sure I've seen it in her room before.
That's where we found it.
Have you ever read it? Do you know what's written in there?
Nope. I'm sure she wouldn't appreciate me invading her privacy.
I thought you and Fifi were close friends.
Yeah, we are. It's just Fifi's gotten kinda impatient with me recently.
Do you know why?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure she'd tell you if you asked.
Oh, she would. She'd give it to me straight. Probably why I've been avoiding it.
Still missing a clue. Oh, there's a couple of people we haven't asked Poppy about. Okay, let's do that.
Feathers flashing in the light, from a sunbeam gleaming bright. I shield my eyes and turn my head, but all at once I've been misled. Light is shining on the stage, but through the railings of a cage. Eavesdrop what the stars are saying, earthly tether slowly fraying, floating helpless from the worst of jealous hunger, selfish thirst. Take a moment, kneel and meet the flowers growing at your feet.
Who plays the violin, I wonder?
It's pretty. So I'm guessing nobody.
Oh, whatever it is, it's...
Well, it is the music out of practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
It could be like the stem of a wine glass, couldn't it? Is there anything I've not been able to solve yet, apart from the ARP puzzle? If there's anything in here I've not clicked on.
Empty. Anything in the drawers?
Nothing you need to know about.
Oh, thank goodness, there are 7 lit candles. Wouldn't want it to be dark in here.
There's a box there. Can I not sort of highlight that?
Wouldn't want it to be
Gloomy.
but roomy.
Gloomy.
But roomy. Ah, yes, a giant symbol drawn in chalk on the floor. Always a good omen.
It's an eye.
I don't think there's anything here I've not clicked on. Beefies, maybe?
Nice room.
It's a mess, but yeah.
Fifi's got something pinned
What
up.
is all this?
Alright, so we know a bit more about the various people now. Yeah, it's interesting that Fitz is going to Poppy, and they've both got question marks by them, which is linked to us. That's her client, we've worked that out. Related. Married. I don't know why we look so cross.
Did you notice who isn't on here?
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And Fifi herself.
Still not a clue.
Stuff Fifi's thrown away.
You gonna rummage through the trash can?
No, that is quite beneath me, thank you.
I give it 5 minutes before you're in there.
It's a magnifying glass. A big one.
How come you don't have one of those?
Why? Because I'm a detective? Should I start smoking a pipe too?
You couldn't pull off a pipe. Boxes of stuff.
It's a bed.
Barely.
Crystal chandeliers. Extra fancy.
I don't know. They just seem old-fashioned to me. Plus, they're kind of dusty.
Ooh, I don't know. I'm a little bit stuck.
The entire room is made of wood.
Oh, it's not just. I think it's the actual hull. A map. With
That's a very boring way to describe a treasure.
an old.
Probably cursed.
That's a massive. Do you think this little?
I hope so.
It's a
I've
barometer.
definitely
I've
asked
never
about
seen a
that.
barometer that was.
What is it?
He's an imp.
What does he do?
Well, if you tell too many lies, he appears at the end of your bed in the middle of the night.
Oh. It's Earth.
If Earth was made of paper and gave off a gentle pink light.
A pencil drawing of a mountain on a moonlit night.
Mood.
Okay, so there's still something to find up here then. Alright, well that's useful. Let's see if we can.
There's something kinda disappointing about this room. I just expected a bit more from an astronomy tower.
Oh, does it not compare to all the other astronomy towers you've been to?
What about the telescope? Because when we first came in here, we clicked on it and said maybe we should speak to Percy first. I kind of forgot to click on it again after that.
Every astronomy tower needs a telescope.
I want to try.
Alright, let's do it. Ooh. Interesting.
It's that little plant Flora keeps on the window ledge.
Don't you think it would fall off? In the wind.
Maybe it's glued down.
You can see right into Flora's room.
Not by accident.
I can see Flora, but she's not looking this way. She's looking up. Behind her is the backside of the easel holding Freya's unfinished painting. I can't really see anything behind it. Not from this angle. I can just about see the gramophone.
Is that a window?
I think it is.
Is there another room above Flora's room?
We should check that next time we're over there.
Ooh.
It's the tower opposite this one. I can see the doorway. The door itself is on the floor, not off its hinges. Isn't
Right.
this supposed to be an astronomy telescope? I'm pretty sure you need to see the sky for astronomy to work.
I can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
There's something about Pointer's astronomy habits. Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
Good, okay. Right, we'll go straight to his... Unless we've discovered any more clues, we haven't. Go straight to suspicion.
So, Professor, what interests you about astronomy exactly?
It's not a matter of being interested. Once you expand your mind to the wider universe, it cannot be unexpanded.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been an astronomer?
I really don't like to give exact values unless I'm sure I can quantify them.
Convenient.
Why do you ask me these things?
I have a theory about you, Professor.
Oh? Go on.
You're not really interested in astronomy at all.
You're not really interested in astronomy at all.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I think you're interested in a slightly different field of research.
I think it's the golden beetle.
I don't have time for tiny, insignificant insects. My studies focus only on the inconceivably large and the unimaginably far away.
Right. That's why you like using your telescope so much.
Yes, naturally. My little portal into another world.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, so it was... Our Pointer's telescope is actually looking at crime scene. And not up at the sky.
Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
First, you accuse me of being a lowly entomologist. Now you're accusing me of, what, spying?
Are you spying?
Why would I need to spy on Flora?
Why? Because you lost your golden beetle specimen, and it's made you paranoid. You think somebody stole it from you.
Might not have been Flora you were spying on. Might have been Freya.
It's a very precious specimen. Incredibly rare. Valuable in ways you could never understand. Freya was always sneaking around. Both towers and in the gardens, too. She was definitely up to something.
So, this next question is important. You were looking to Flora's room around the time of the murder. Did you witness the crime, Professor?
No, I didn't. When I looked into the room, Flora was already lying on the floor.
Lying?
Flora? You mean Freya?
No, Flora. She was lying by the window. I couldn't see Freya at all. It was fairly dark. The telescope isn't at a very good angle. That's why I decided to head over there myself. I needed to know what was going on.
This changes your statement, doesn't it?
No, everything I told you in my statement was true.
Apart from the reason you left your tower in the first place.
Right.
What we got?
Let's go over what we know about the crime scene. Freya was definitely up to something.
Something to do with the statue in the garden, I think.
Maybe we should go back and check. And we could have missed something.
We will, but we're going to do that next time because we're going to leave it here for now. Interesting. I think we may have had a bit of a break in the case. We've got a secret room to go and look at. We've got a couple of extra clues here. If we look at the map, we can see we've got something here, something there. So yeah, we'll check that all out next time. I've gone off him as a suspect now. I think he had this beetle. Someone took it from him. He hired the detective to find it. But I think whoever stole it used it in the recorded it and used the gramophone up here. I think they tested it maybe down here and that smashed the wine glass or something. And the recording did something, but again, I don't really know how that links to the act of murder itself. We will hopefully find out. But hopefully you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, if you could hit the thumbs up button, that would be fantastic. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Any theories? If you had a theory before, has it changed? Let me know. And if you're watching this and haven't already subscribed to the channel, it would be great if you could do so. So thanks very much once again, and I hope to see you next time for more Tangle Tower.